Okay, let's continue with our chapter. There is a lot of work to do on this chapter. We need to add some more details on the human body and for the food. But for the base model, it's okay. Uh, After we define some base structure for the face, we are going to come back for adding some details for the human body and defining some uh, better structure for the hands and feet. But we don't a lot of time. That's why we need to start modeling our face. Uh, and I'm going to add some reference here uh, for the face modeling. And I'm always using some backup models, and I'm going to save this step and rename this for the face modeling. We have base mesh, and after that we have head. Now we have two files with all of these steps. I'm going to maybe not hide. I'm going to use this reference and also set up additional reference for the face. Here I'm going to, in the front view, I'm going to add some new image plane, import image plane, and use this reference that I'm put into reference folder. Let's move it around and scale it. We should precise our reference first. When we finished, we should check this reference scale. Maybe in the attribute editor, I can use little bit alpha now, and when I put this face, I will bring back this transparency. I think this enough for the face proportions. And I'm going to double click, duplicate this image plane and rotate it on the 90 degrees. And let's move it back. Why I'm duplicating this image plane? Because we need to use the same scale, and when you scale this image plane and when you add some new one, you should keep the same proportions of this the same image planes. And the second one we should place with our character and put it here. And also we can use some alpha gain to check this position of the face. Okay, when you finish, bring it back And also we can add this image plane to our not selectable layer. We selected these two image planes and add some selected objects. And now all of these reference keep in the same layer. What else we are going to do? Now we can hide these image planes for the human body, and also we can hide our base mesh. And keep only this reference and start work with our face. First of all, we are going to start with our eyes. And let's create some sphere, rotate them around 90 degrees. This is our purple of the eyes, and let's scale it and put it in this position. Scale a little bit more. We have this is the seeing of the eyes. These face loops can be guidelines of your iris, and you can resize your sphere uh, around these face loops. When you finish with the eye, you can put in the right position in the side view, and we are going to start modeling from our eye. For the eye creation, I'm going to use some cylinder. Cylinder will help you to create faster this first phase. Let's, in the input details, add some subdivision caps. With these two subdivision caps, it will be easy to manipulate with this cylinder. Move it on the 90 degrees and rescale it. Put it in the same position. Let's delete half of this cylinder and keep only this structure. Here will be our starting point for the eyes. This sphere will be our guidelines, and if you don't want to move it suddenly, please add some new layer for this eye and put it not and now we can work only with this cylinder. Scale it down. Let's delete all of these faces inside, and now we can create this. Sorry, we need a different cylinder with less face loops. Before we are going to continue work with the cylinder, change subdivision to 12 and add some caps. And same, we are going to rotate it. I'm also sometimes use this icon to see the face edges above these faces, and it will help you to guide where is our eye. And also I'm going to delete some faces here and faces inside. Sorry. Let's move it further and continue to resize these vertices. Uh, why I decrease this number of vertices? Because it's easier to manipulate with a small amount of this and define this eye structure first. When you have a lot of vertices, it's very hard to move them, to work with them. That's why I'm using these small groups first. After that, increasing some amount of vertices if it will be needed. Uh, and here I'm going to provide this eye structure. And let's draw with the vertices this eye structure. After you finish with this, you can maybe scale down a little bit, move up, and let's change the position of this eye around this sphere. Okay, let's save this. Okay, let's check this position of human eye around the side view. We need to move it further a little bit. Let's select all of this and move it a little bit further. No, I think no. Some references is not good precise, I think, because we have some different side view and some different front view. And you should more look into this eye and use maybe one reference for the details and second one only for the guidelines where it will be. Because when I put in this eye in this same position, I think it's not precise well, not the same photo. That's why my eyes is can be little bit different in on the side view, but you can use this sphere to as a guidelines where put these vertices. And let's use this sphere for our character. Here will be some details. Okay. Let's move it a little bit more. And now we are going to continue extrusion of these face loops. Extrude when you finish with your vertices position. Keep these lines up and move in the right position, because if you sometimes mess with these vertices in the beginning, and then your face loops are going to also have different direction. For example, this is the starting point, and with this starting point you are going to continue extrude, and you will have this direction of these edges, and these vertices position should be more precise for the edges and direction of these edges, and change it a little bit more, for example like here. Okay, save this, and after that we are going to extrude this edge loop. Now you can roughly define where will be our eyebrows. So on the object mode, in the vertex mode, and here will be our eyebrows. This is also a low poly model. After we finish, we can add some multicuts here in between and define some details, move it around the eyes, and providing some eyelashes, for example, editing some more loops here. But first we just need to sculpt this face and move all of these vertices around right position. This will be our check. Okay, I think for the eyes we are going to finish now. We have this common proportion, and then I'm going to use low poly proportion for the face to define this sculpt and check some details, and we will use this like a guideline. Let's add some cube here and precise it around the head. This is just supporting face. My reference in not in the center. It's like just image. We should keep one line for our character. After that, we are going to use symmetry for the different side. These two sides, it's not symmetry. That's why I'm going to look only maybe right side because now we have a little bit position of my reference in not the straight. We can maybe move it a little bit inside this symmetry around this nose and lips. And the human body proportion is not also not symmetry, but we are going to use symmetry for the face modeling. When we finish with the face modeling and proportions, we can add some unsymmetry on the details. When we are going to work on the details of the character, for example, you can move your brows a little bit different and maybe some asymmetry in the nose, and for now we are going to use only one side of this reference, one symmetry side. Okay, after that we are going to add some multicut or maybe some insert edge loop tools. Let's divide into the three parts and one part in the center, and let's with the with the three selection of this, let's move it a little bit around the check. We can switch on the symmetry on these supported faces. Okay, and continue precise your character. we need to focus only on the face because for the back we are going to use some different spheres to model our backside. Only just face. Our eyes is also the reference for this process. And here will be our nose line. Sorry, just 1 minute. No, yes, this looks weird. I hope we can not focus a lot on this base model. Let's come back for these details. I think for now it's enough. And we are going to continue work with our cylinder. And for this cube, I'm going to apply a new material, maybe Lambert. And here will be some transparency. And also I'm going to use this like a guide model and not so selectable. For example, like this. And now we can model around this face and use just only this rough, for example, for the checks, for the nose, for the upper side. And let's continue to work with these eyes and create another loop here. Let's switch off the symmetry settings because now we didn't use any symmetry. Let's switch off and let's extrude these faces. Use the green line and let's precise extruded vertices to provide the geometry. Let's move it a little bit. This will be our check. This line should be more smooth. Okay, let's check. Here we have the common eye loop. After that, we are going to continue creating some loops around the mouse. And now I'm going to use some extrude here and create nose. This is, should be our line. And let's scale it to provide this line. Let's move it down a little bit because this is really far from our nose. This line should be our eyebrow. And this is for the check. And let's check the dimension. And the dimension should be a little bit far here. We should always look in the perspective view, because in the side view, in the front view, it looks different, and always check in the perspective. And now we're almost done. From here, we are going to move it down and make some nose. Let's add some multicut here and bring this line forward a little bit. And check this line in the side view also. Something like this. Now we have the basic start for our character face. After that, we can duplicate this model and make some copy of the opposite copy and continue to work with the mouse. Let's delete history, center pivot, freeze transformation of this model, change position to the center. Just make one line. Changing pivot to the center of this line is like pressing D on the keyboard, pressing V on the keyboard. I'm just keeping pressing V, and with the middle mouse button I can snap this pivot in this line, and by pressing D again we can change this position. And with the same like in the previous lecture, we are going to Control D this model and minus X position for the second part. And we are going to freeze transformation for deleting this minus. And we are going to combine two details into one model. Make delete history to clean this outliner, and I'm going to merge this central line, because here I have with this line I need to merge these three vertices into one, and I'm going to use merge tool, and now I have a straight line here, and in the three I have this smooth line. And next we are going to use some for example, extrusion of these faces down, and he will have some nose. I'm going to use this one and extrude it a little bit down. To providing some nose. maybe on the next lesson, we are going to continue with these details. We are going to create some nose and lips, and I think we just continue doing some bridge stuff here. And also we need to create some loop around our mouse. This loop we are going to start with from here, and we are going to extrude this a little bit down. Okay, I think we can continue on the next lesson and focus on details here. Okay, let's save this. Maybe we can start a little bit early, finish a little bit early because we don't have any break, and continue work with the face on the second lecture. Second lecture also will be for the face modeling, and after the face modeling, we are going to combine all of these details and define details for the human body and arms